Yo, 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 testing 1, 2. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another stream here on the Pokerstaples channel. Wow, those bangs look really uniform. We gotta loosen those up, right? I didn't put any product in my hair today, and gotta get it loose. Thanks all for being here, man. What's going on, everyone? Welcome. What's up? It's been a second. Things have been fine. Things have been fine recently. They haven't been great. Health was just not very good in August, man, and September health started the same way. I had like a gallstone. Well, they didn't find any gallstones, but I had some gallbladder issues. I spent about 18 hours in the ER one night with like some brutal pain. Really, really tough, painful experience. Where it felt like my stomach was sort of exploding. And the pain was a 10 out of 10, you know? Like, just kind of could not, unbearable pain. So, they don't really know what happened, to be honest. It could have been like a gallstone that passed and then was something else. Hey, Captain Co-op dropping the 104-month resub like a legend on Twitch. Thank you, Co-op. Appreciate you, brother. How are you, man? I'll see you in the house. Yeah, so it was tough, man. It was a tough 18 hours. That was on Saturday night. So I got back Sunday sort of morning, and the rest of the week I've been sort of recovering. Didn't feel too good for about 3 days after, and then have gotten better. So it's, I don't know. It's annoying because I just feel like things health-wise have gone so poorly for such a long time, you know? Really for the last like 4 or 5 years, things continue to have their downsides, and it's gotten in the way of a lot of stuff. And this is just like another example of like COVID in August, you know, trying to recover. I have this happen. It's like just wish things would work properly. But at the end of the day, I'm all right, you know? Mentally happy, healthy, was able to sort of chill, read some books during that time, watched a few movies, read some poker book stuff as well, so, and here we are, and everything's okay. And it's a very exciting period for online poker, actually. So at PartyPoker, we have a few things going on. First, Millions Online has begun. Yesterday was the first day, I think, of the series. So we have a whole month of exciting tournaments. We have Mystery Bounty Tournament this Sunday for the first time on PartyPoker. So that's going to be awesome. The main event is a Mystery Bounty. Tons of awesome poker content coming up. I'm looking forward to getting back to some more spins and word games in the morning type stuff. And so, yeah, things are good. That's kind of the update, man. Welcome, everyone, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thanks for tuning in. Captain Cole with that big resub. 104 years old. Let's go. We have a home game today with $500 added. So a lot of money added today. The password is Kappa to play that home game. It starts in 30 minutes. I'm pre-regged. But let's play some spins. Let's at least get one spin going while we banter on, you know? I'm assuming I'm going to have to turn off the volume because I've definitely played poker since the last stream. But, yeah. I'll be able to resize it once it launches. But I can turn off the sound. There we go. Okay. Nice. And in terms of tourneys and stuff, what do we have running right now? We have a 109 6-max PKO, 2 hours of late reg, and then we also have the opener starting in 35 minutes. I think both of those are good ideas to play. Would love to make day 2 of the opener, assuming that my calendar is good on Monday, which I assume it is. Totally clear. Let's go, baby. All right. Let's go. So in the meantime, we will some of this going. Bear with me as I get a little organized here. But let's figure out where this is supposed to go. Right there is good. green for knockout. Millions is in action. Beautiful stuff. Still waiting on the $100 spin to get going, but table 3 is our 109. And it needs to go up there. There we go. Sweet. Okay, cool, man. That's good. Do we want to play the Centurion? Sure. Why not play the Centurion? I mean, it's a little flick in here. Why not a little bit? Thank you for the good luck, Dan and Musa on Facebook. Evening from the UK, says Paul Isaac on YouTube. And Shimon Krybus, hello, what's up? Jeremy Bird, hi, Matthew's brother. What's up, my friend? How are you? All right, table 6 is where we'll put this one. And I think that's framed up pretty decently. This is just a freeze out, the Centurion. Right there. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 2 tables on the go. All right. And as we mentioned, the next one is the Millions Online PKO opener, which is 100,000 guarantee. It's a 162 buy-in. That starts in 32 minutes. So we'll get that one going. We've also got a PKO Turbo in an hour and a half. Could play that too. Nice. Okay. We'll play a few of those, but we're, you know, spins in the home game and word games and stuff like that. So, what happened to Pokerstaples 24/7? We're actually currently getting it fixed. That's a reminder to Rebecca and Patrick that let's get that up and off the ground. I know it's been down for a month or two. We got to get it going. What's up, Cabin Crew 7? How are you? Welcome. Hello, Skull Costa. Have you played Chain together yet? No. Oh, is that the game where it's you have to type in words and as they're connected? I think I've seen some YouTube videos of that. I told you that you got me hooked on the Times game. It's pretty fun, right? All right, here we go. This is starting. The dimensions are wrong, but we'll fix it after. We'll fix the dimensions after on the spinnerine. All right. 2.5x is the way she be. Almost. Just a little too big. How's that? As we got sub hype coming in on Twitch. PSR 1973 on YouTube and Twitch. What an absolute legend. Thank you, PSR. Appreciate you, brother. 78-month resub. Have you any contact with Kevin or Gross? Yes. I spoke to both of them in the last 2 weeks. Kevin about 2 weeks ago, and then Jeff Gross just this morning. Lots. For sure. Good luck. Thank you, Christian Baldalac. Thank you. Good luck and hello from Philly. What's up, Steven? I really want to check out Philadelphia, actually. I would like to explore a lot more of the Northeast in the U.S. I love New York. I want to do Boston and Philly and a bunch of stuff like that. All in with 9-8 suited in our first $100 spin of the 10-pack. We're going to do a 10-pack here. I've got September in my head. I don't know why. I really don't. Three 7 is pretty trash, but three-handed chef, friend of the stream, is in a good spot. I think we can still fold 3-7 even for min raise here. I feel like that's fine to do. Good luck, Jamie. Thank you, Randall Hayes on Facebook. Appreciate you. King, queen, 3-7. All in. Pretty good flop for 3-7. It's got a lot of outs here. 31%. Boom. Hits it with the straight. Hits it with the straight. 7-6 suited. It's a nice hand, but the calling range here is going to be so wide. It's probably not worth it. It is 7 high at the end of the day, and this is going to call with, like, I don't know, like, it's probably not any 2, but it's probably pretty close, like 85% of range or something, I'd guess. Good evening from Ireland. What's up, Damo? Mahone? Welcome, my friend. This is not a very happy Irish topic. Oof, we're going to lose to a flush. But I just watched a film based on the Troubles in Northern Ireland for the first time 2 days ago, called Hunger. Brutal film. Brutal. One of the most brutal films I've ever seen. It's incredible. Anyways, I don't know if anyone's seen that film, but it's pretty tough. Okay, we register again. Spin number 2. Didn't get a lot going there in that first one. That's okay. It's fine. It'll happen, man. Cab, I don't know what that, I think that's German. I don't know what that is. Ooh, over a 3x. Let's go. 388. This is exactly what we want to start the spin with. Let's go. You know, I wouldn't be surprised that if ace deuce offsuit, no antes is going to fold the button, but I'm just not going to do it because I'm just not that nit. I'm just not. I can't be doing that, you know? We're just going to raise, get a call, king, queen, 10. We have a straight. How many bluffs do we have here? We have some, but I think it's probably just small bet, small bet, small bet. In theory. The biggest spin prize pool. The biggest I've had in terms of a multiplier is 25x. And then the biggest I've seen is I've seen $1 million spin before. I have one on my YouTube channel, observing. So yeah. But the biggest I've had is a 25x. I don't know if it was a really high spin or what. Don't really remember. Might have been like 2,500 for a $100 spin or something. Did you hear that, dude? Your brother Kev and Gross is the best that happened to Twitch Poker. Cheers, man. Good vibes, man. Good times. It was a fun crew. Holy moly. Love you, Jaime Staples. You my hero mother. Thank you, Andres Mendez on YouTube. Appreciate you. Please, Andres Mendez. Cheers, man. Thanks so much. Welcome, my friend. Big pot playing out here. Pokeriano and three-handed chef. And Pokeriano takes one down. King deuce, not it, dude. Not the one. Not a strong enough hand. It's just not. King 6. Definitely a call here. And then heads up. It's a call, but it's like we're not happy about it, you know? Basically. And we're all in here very clearly with King Queen. It's a beautiful hand. Decent chance to go heads up here against Pokeriano. But no. We take it down. We move on. Five three's bad. We can't even call an all in here, I don't think. It'll be 180 to win whatever, but thankfully we get saved from the proposition. Ace 4 King Jack. Ace on the river. Berry takes us heads up. We're at a 2-1 chip disadvantage, but why not us, dude? Jack 9 I think is an all in here. 9 blinds. Limp fold is also an option, but I feel like it's good enough to just jam there. Fold to an all-in. With the Jack Deuce. And we're all in with Ace 3. Great hand. Ooh. We're going to chop here most of the time, but it sucks to see Ace 6, right? Like, most of the time we have the best hand. Oh! Very lucky. Very, very lucky. Deuce is a loss. 3 is a win. 5 is a loss. And then anything 7 or higher or pair the board is a win. So, yeah. Intense. 8-7 can't call it off here. We have the 2-1 chip lead now. It's mostly chops there, but anyways. Pokeriano calls. Ace 9, King 4, hold it. Oh, don't switch scenes. We're in the heat of the battle here. Let's go. $388 is our cash after just 2 played. That's very good news. Okay. We're off to a banging start. Let's go again. Number 3. Hell yeah, brother. What's up, man? Good start, dude. Good start. Good luck today, fam. Heading into the game now. Yeah, Ben is going to Cubs-Yankees game, I think. I don't know if it's White Sox-Yankees or Cubs-Yankees, but... We have another over 3x. Good stuff, man. Beautiful. All right, $319 on the line. We raise it up. I'm not going to bluff here. I think you could, but I suspect we have enough candidates of better bluffs to make than our King-Queen high. Like King 5 without a heart is a better bluff than King-Queen, right? Because King 5 has less showdown value. It benefits more when it wins the pot on the turn. So it's trying to find the correct amount of bluffs, assuming we have a lot of bluffs, which we do. You know, our value bets are going to be most of our hearts, you know, at least 70% of our hearts on the turn. But that's not that many hands compared to the amount of hands that we have that are pretty garbage. So, raise here or just call? I think call is fine. We should play heads up. Come sit the spins, my friend. Let's go. Come sit the spins. I'm in action. Check at the flop. They could check back at 10, but I think we should bet our King Jack here. Hope you hit some big spins tonight. Good luck, legend. Thanks, man. Me too. Me too. Quick aside, because I flopped the nuts. In a three-way pot, usually you'd call here, but we're so short that it doesn't make any sense to call. This is a knockout, by the way. And we win. The flop straight, pretty good. King deuce. Ooh. Do we want to raise the king deuce? Not quite. Very important. Soft tacos are hard. I'd say hard tacos, but like burritos over hard tacos, though. You know what I mean? I don't know, dude. It's a tough call because I don't come from a place that has like a large burrito taco culture. I come from like a smaller town in central Canada, and I'm around it more now. But just really didn't do soft tacos. And when I had a friend visit Trebendo Days, who lives in Austin, Texas, around lots of tacos, he was a big proponent of the soft taco open face, right? Just haven't really done that before, dude. I always wrap that shit up like a burrito, dude. Close it off. So, I don't know. There's a lot to learn. Feel free to chime in with your opinions. Chats. Feel free. King, queen. Open, get a 3-bet from Amin. Whatever, Amin. Get back to you in a moment. Okay. Back to you right now. King 8 suited. Really good hands. Blinds are 30-60 now. Definitely strong enough hand to go all in on the button. And 10-5, not enough, dude, for 6.5 here. Pretty bad hand. We've been a little card dead here. Do some of these with PLO4. Some PLO4 spins? Yeah, that'd be insane. That would be insane. Listen, I'm not against it. I'm definitely not. Can't call here. We're heads up against Pokeriano. Well, I think we just played heads up, right? Pretty sure. And we crushed him. We won. I don't think you can crush anyone heads up in these spins, dude. They're too short. We did win. A limp. All right, we have a poll on Twitch on which do you prefer. Soft or hard shell tacos. All right. I voted in the poll. We got sub hype coming in on Twitch. King 3 off, the legend. What's up, King 3? Thanks for the 26-month resub as we get called by Ace 8. This is bad news. Give me some hearts. Give me a 6. Give me a deuce. Give me a 3. Give me a 6. Give me the L, dude. We're going to take the L. We're going to have to take that L because it's what we got. That's what we got. Hey, broski. Happy 26 months. Hope you and B-Car are well. Hope life is as good as it can be. Crush the spins. I'll win the home game tonight. Much love as always. Bring the heat, brother. I'm in that home game, which is starting up in 6 minutes. I'm actually going to take the spins off for a second just so that I can have a 5-minute break before the home game. But, yeah. Bring the heat in the home game. Thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back to the team, King 3 off. Thanks for subscribing, man. What HUD do you use? No HUDs on PartyPoker. They don't work. So I don't use any HUD. When's your next home game? Martin Gavin in 10 minutes. And there's an hour and 15 minutes of late reg. So it's today. And there's actually $500 added in tournament tickets. So lots of added prizes tonight. It's on PartyPoker. The password to enter is Kappa. It's called Pokerstaples Home Game. And I also have a $25 bounty on my head. So I think a pretty sweet tournament. Only play live since Black Friday. Oh, word. Nice. That is quite a grind. Quite a grind, man. Quite a grind. I started playing poker like maybe 2 years before Black Friday, something like that. Black Friday was 2011, and I started playing poker in 2009. And yeah, I mean, brutal day. I just got a glimpse of the glory days before everything sort of came crashing down. But also at the same time, I feel pretty fortunate. We're going to call here because of this bounty. Oh, now we fold. Yeah, live poker is fun too, but the thing about live poker is that it's nice as a mix, I think, you know? It can definitely be quite grindy, months and months at a time, you know? I like being able to play some online, play some live, mix it up, do both. That's my preference anyways. There was a chance, though. There was definitely a chance I was going to become a live poker pro for a moment there. As you guys saw the live poker streams from Playground. It had a shot to be my full-time gig, but c'est la vie. Good luck in the home game, brother. Smash it, everyone. Thank you, Pete Hall. What's up, man, on Facebook? So we're on 80,000 here in the Centurion. And then in the 6-max PKO, we are just under starting stack. With one more Millions Online tournament for us today. But what's the schedule like tomorrow? I'm curious. For the bigger buy-ins. Oh yeah, we got the 162 starting in 12 minutes. We want to play that. Tomorrow we have a 6-max deep stack, 109, 215 8-max progressive knockout, a 162 opener once again. Those are some good tournaments to play for sure, as well as there's the smaller buy-ins as well. Like $22 buy-in, $5 buy-in, 33 $5 buy-in, 11 33. So there's some pretty good tourneys there. I ordered hard 2 tacos with 1 soft taco, and as I eat the hard tacos, the filling falls out into the soft shell, then I wrap it into a big soft shell. See, I mean, this is a man that just knows what he's doing. That's the thing. You know, some people just clearly have experience written all over them, and this is one of those things from AC Knight. Hey, buddy, good luck. Thank you, Deshad. Appreciate it, man. Why do humans eat animals more like why animals eat animals? I think evolution. Primarily. They definitely taste good, but I think the taste is. You could have a taste for other things as well. It's somewhat acquired. I don't think it's a universal truth that it tastes good. It's just for most cultures around the world, it is a taste that people enjoy. It's really healthy for you in terms of delivering protein in a accessible way. I don't know. I think there's a lot of reasons why people do. As to whether we should or is it ethical, different question. Okay, we're going on a 5-minute break after this hand. I'm going to play you all a recent highlight from the YouTube/Facebook pages where we release a lot of videos. And then from there, we're going to come back in 5 minutes and the home game begins, okay? But let's just finish off this hand. Check the turn. Hey, buddy, good luck. Thank you, Dishad Azadov. Appreciate you. So this is a little annoying on the turn here. I think I'm going to fold. We beat bluffs like pure club, but when they're betting anything that isn't a draw, we're behind here. So yeah, I don't think we want to bust in the spot with this hand, so I'm out. Okay, quick highlights, back in 5, as I said. Stay with me. Some spins here. I'm sitting the 100s and the 50s. All right, we got a 50 to pop off, so let's... Oof, that's a tough one. 2.14 is a little tough. All right, we can shrink the table now. Oh, and I have sounds on as well. This is a $50 buy-in. I'm still sitting the 100. No one's sitting me yet, but it's okay. Whoa. The old stop and go for 2.5x pot. That's a lot. Why are we doing that? Hit him cheap, stack him deep. I like it. I've never heard that before. I like that motto. That's good. Okay, take one down with a reshove there. Gonna limp in 6-3. See if I can see a flop. 6-3 suited, it's worth noting. Could bluff here, but we have so many bluff candidates, right? Like, think about all of the overcards that we could bluff here. 6-3 seems like one of those hands that we want to bet. If we pick up equity on the turn, or if we want to bluff it, it's probably on the river. I'm going to try a cheap bluff here. It's 30 to win 60. I'm not trying to get them to fold ace high, right? I'm trying to get them to fold hands that are similar to ours, where, they're jack high or they're 9 high or something like that. It doesn't work out. We're going to bet the king 9. Bet it all in, get called by king jack, and I think we are 0 for 1. 0 for 1. Let's go. Ship it 450. Ship it. We're in the lead. And this is a very small spin, though. This is one of the smallest I've seen on the spins. Overdrive. Folding there. I'm almost there. Like, I feel pretty good today. I feel like I might even be able to get a little walk in today. But there's still a decent amount of phlegm going on. So I'm not 100% yet. Not strong enough to give it a full 6-7 hour stream. There is a series. We're going to shove Jack 3 suited. There's a poker series coming up. Ooh. How about a 3? A club would be great. No. It looks like a straight, but it's just not. So they have the lead now. We could come back here, though. We got ace 5. That's pretty good. And that's a straight. GG. Over. We lose the first 50. That's okay. We're waiting on the 100. Here we go. We got 100 popping off. Let's go. Ooh, another tough spin there. Limp in with 9-8. Ooh, they limp as well. A 3-way limp is cool with me. And a swing and a miss on the flop. We could have some 6s, but like the big blind's going to have the most 6s. The button limp is going to have a decent amount of ace-x. I would say this is a bad flop for our hands, We're all in with queen 10. 2 broadways. 6 blinds deep. Get a call from Curtis. Need a queen or a 10 here. Ooh, or an 8 or king now. That's a straight. Take it down. Very lucky we take the lead. And ace 6 is a call. It's 9-7, okay. 53%, as you can see. Ace 6 is not doing so well, right, against 9-7. It's basically a flip. But we win the flip, which is great. We're heads up here with a nice chip advantage. Ooh, 9-6 for 5.5 blinds is right on the edge, I'd say. Right? Like 9-5's a fold. 9-7 is a jam. I'm going to fold. I'm not sure that's right, Like, I haven't studied any spin content recently. I'm just winging it. They limp. Wow. I'm still going to go all in. I'm not going to psych myself out against the limp. I'm going to treat it just like a jam or whatever, but club. Yeah, let's go. Huge suck out. $220. All right, nice. Let's play another one. 260. All right. Gonna check with the jack 6. Pretty trash hand. I think you could bet or check here sometimes. Both would be fine. And fold. Called in both spots. 3-2-2 on the flop. Very dry board. They're going to be all in with pairs, so I think we want to bet here. And probably continue on later streets as well, in that we can represent. Hello, chats. We are back in action. Thanks for hanging out on that break. So the home game has just begun. It will be our fourth table here as we vibe out in the streets. Good luck one, good luck all. Hope you're all doing great. Hello, hello, what's up? 45 players as of right now. We've got $500 added. It's a great value. It's a great value. Tournament. It's just a great value $5 tournament. I don't know what to tell you, man. Just is. There's just no way around it. So, yeah, what's going on? Let me catch up on chats here. Hey, Jimmy, why the increase in spins? I found spins useful to increase volume, basically. Like, it's been a little annoying because I've been kind of sick for the last little while. But my idea to increase the amount of times that I'm able to, like, stream and make videos and content and stuff is spins run around the clock, right? They run at any hour of the day, up to $100 buy-in, so it's interesting for people to watch. I can still cut my teeth and play against, you know, very competent and strong opponents. And it makes interesting content, right? Like, people like watching spins. So it's a way to put in some streams on Tuesday and play stuff that's sort of interesting, you know, for people to watch and interesting for me to play. So that's the idea with spins. I think mixing it with some, like, really broad things like the word games, you know, the New York Times word games, or, you know, some of the geography games, you know, GeoGuessr type stuff, could just work well as a more consistent, regular show that has shorter streams but creates a lot of interesting video content, and then leave the longer streams for, like, the Sunday grind, you know? And then also the second part of it is, like, spins is a very successful part of online poker. The spin format, right? Like, there is a lot of professionals that play spins, and then there's a lot of recreational players that play spins. So every online poker company, PartyPoker included, view you know, spins as a valuable sort of game format for them that it, you know, drives a decent amount of revenue. So for me, as, like, a business person that, you know, wants to continue playing poker and have a sponsor into the future, I think focusing a bit more time on spins is just smart for business in that sense, right? Like, it's spins are definitely more valuable to poker sites than, like, tournaments are, for example, right? Tournaments are really important for creating, like, stories, because these grand arcing stories of someone beating 1,000 people to win a huge amount of money is really interesting, right? Like, it sells poker in a very effective way, and it's so much fun to play. But they don't make a lot of rake off of that, you know, compared to, like, cash games or spins. So, you know, various poker sites get lost in the sauce when they just look at the spreadsheet and they see where they make their money, and then they're like, oh, well, let's just do that to make the numbers go up. But then they forget about the sort of unquantifiable things that they don't understand about the game of poker, because they're not always poker players. So yeah, for me, it's like doing a balance, I think, is a good thing. PartyPoker didn't ask me to or anything. It was just more like, okay, like, you know, hearing that spins are doing well, that's great. What should I do? You know? So yeah, that's the truth. My biggest score online, this is from Matthew Goodchild, was just days before Black Friday, turned 50 into 12,000. My dad died 2 days later, so I had to cash out quickly to pay for his funeral. Took all but 500 out, and then Black Friday hit. Crazy. I'm sorry to hear about your dad. That is a crazy story. Talk about a whirlwind week, Matthew. Jeez, man. That's pretty bad river. We do have the Ace of Hearts, but yikes. We lose to full houses. We lose to flushes, of course. We lose to straights. I think all of those are going to bet. I think trip sevens are probably going to bet based on the bounty that's involved here. So that's a really wide betting range. They need to have a lot of bluffs. So many bluffs to make this a profitable call on the river if they bet, but maybe they check and we win. And that's what happens. There we go. Shimon Krybus. This is in regards to eating meat, by the way. I can't figure it out. If we certainly evolved to be able to live only on vegetation, in that case, we would have a higher chance of surviving as animals instead of everyone devours the other. And everyone has a lower chance. I think creatures on Earth are too stupid. We could have been much better. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, better presumes that other creatures living is better, right? Like, I think nature only cares about stronger or fitter or faster or more adapted to surviving. And so creatures eating other creatures eliminates your competition, and then it also garners their energy, right? Like it's very efficient in that they eat the grass and the plants and turn it into, muscles and protein and energy, and then you just eat the thing that's lived its whole life to garner the energy for you to then eat, to have a very sort of nutrient-dense bite of food. Like, that's quite efficient. As to whether it's better or not, I think, I don't think that nature has an ethic of like everyone surviving is better, right? Individuals have an ethic of surviving is better because those are the ones that survive the longest. The ones that are anxious enough about their existence by random chance are the ones that procreate and reproduce, because the ones that don't care about it and die are selectively bred out, right? So, wow. Pot size bet and a call, and we flop quads. So what's going on here? Amin is full of shit. We do know that. We do know Amin is absolutely full of crap here. Actually wasn't. Had ace queen, but quads are pretty good. Let's go. Let's go. This is going to be all in for a bounty this hand, almost for sure with any two, in which case we want a piece of that with king four, right? We do. Oh, it's a fold. That's crazy. Holy crap, dude. Winbot City? Is anyone in the chat even old enough to remember Winbot City, dude? God, it's like a flashback to my childhood. What's up, Winbot? You a legend? What's going on, dude? Where are you? You in Chicago? Do you play poker anymore? What's even happening? We've lived a decade. What's the deal? Well, damn, Winbot. It's a pleasure to see you, brother. Hope you're great. We're printers. Are we humans or are we printers? Let's go for the 162. Obviously, the spins are just on hold for a second here because I have to fold this. Because we have 4 tables right now, but we'll definitely play at least the rest of the 10 pack of spins. But probably more. We'll see. So 162, maybe we can get that on table 5. Okay, this is green for knockout. Day 1 of this one as well. It's gonna jam. I mean, this is pretty crazy, but also doesn't matter because it's a knockout and this opponent has a gazillion chips, so they're just gonna call me with a bunch of stuff with a button range, Like, of course, Ace Jack was calling no matter what, but like I think they'll just call with like Ace 5 suited and Queen Jack suited and stuff. But they fold. Okay. So here's the 162. Top 15%, I presume, is in the money and makes day 2. We're off to a great start. Raise 3-bet, 4-bet. I'm telling you one thing. I'm not folding queens in the home game. That's not going to happen. You can't expect me to fold queens in the home game. I don't think I ever will pre-flop. It's just, I'm here to gamble with y'all, you know? And this is why, you degenerates. No, it's actually a fine strategy because I have a $5 bounty or a $25 bounty. So the bounty is 5 times the buy-in as we have to re-enter here, fortunately. Okay, we're back in bullet 2, and I can only re-enter once, so this is my last shot in the home game. Queen's no good. It's okay, though. We need a bluff because we have king high, right? Got to do it. Take it down. Cause I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are you humans? Are we printers? This is a call with any two. They call, we call as well. Let's not ISO with 9 high. That's pretty trash, dude. Dry side pot. Good luck to you, Jamie. Printers. Let's go, Matthew Lawrence Pointer on Facebook. Let's get it done, brother. Thank you. Yeah, printing is in session. Has begun. Man, I really wish I could get that song out of my head. I just can't, though. It's unfortunately just there. We bet on the turn with our turn top pair in a 3-way pot. I could also check this again for what it's worth, but I think betting's fine. Especially in the home game, people will be mixing it up against us. Expect any 3 to call here, any ace to call here, any hearts to call here. 5-4 deuce, all that. River's a jack. Chad, I do have the best hand here, right? Call. It's possible they hit, but probably the best hand we do against King 5. Had every out, basically, in the deck, and somehow didn't win. How's it even possible? Raise it up. Toma, bad Toma. Take it. New table in the 162 opener. It's up to 13 entrants now. Super deep as well. Super duper deep. We're gonna go for the Jack 5. Hey, it's Nexus. Dropping the 112-month resub like the legend that he is. Nexus, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. How are you? Welcome back. Get some love of the chat for your boy, Nexus. On 112 months. Nexus, we're coming up on 10 years, dude. I don't know if we're... I don't know if it's the end of this month or at the end of next month. I have to double check that. I'm pretty sure it's October 25th, but it might be September 25th, in which case we're 3 weeks away from a decade. It's pretty crazy. What a ride. Thanks for being here for most of it. Thanks, man. Call with King Queen. Start with a check against Barry Swee, 27. What is this email? Going to call here. Their King Queen and check on the turn. Pretty good hand. Not a hand that we're likely to fold. I guess worst river in the deck would be like ace of hearts, 10 of hearts. Pretty bad. Worst hand we value bet? I think so. Okay. Whoa. And the jam. Surprising. 4-5 suited is almost surely going to barrel the turn. Sixes. Sixes make some sense. I mean, we can give them 3 combos of sixes here. Top set of kings, 1 combo. I don't know. There's just not many hands, dude. I call. Like what? Yeah. Sixes. It's tough, dude. It's tough to have a better hand there, to be honest. It's just there's not many hands that want to check back the turn and then raise the river on that board texture. I'm okay. I'm okay with that decision because it's so hard to have a set of sixes or quad or like top set of kings when we have a king. You know, it's really tough. Now we have aces in the home game, which is just. It's just everything and then more, you know? It's what we want. Everything and more. We're all in. Aces, ace, king, and king, jack. Uh-oh. No 9, no jack. Let's go. 130,000 in the home game. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Happy Friday indeed, man. It's game day, Jamie. Can I get a go pack go? Go pack go, my friends. I don't have any allegiances in American football, so I don't mind. Good luck, man. Well, they deuce because it sucks. How about the king 10 though? King 10 is all right. Not against an under the gun raise. That's just not going to cut it though. Shall we get our 4th spin in? It seems like now's the time. Do you do sculpture for art buys or strictly images? I've never bought a sculpture before. I totally would. I've just never seen like a 3-dimensional piece that's really stood out to me as like, oh, I need to have that. I totally would though. I'm down. Happened on a Maori artist the other day and thought of your art scores. I'd love to see it. What's the details? I'll look it up after this next spins overdrive. All right, so let's get one. Let's get one. It's the same crew. And let's see what we're playing for. Ooh, it looks good again. Ooh, just under. Just under a 3x. Okay. Playing for $293. This is our fourth spin. We have $388 in cashes, so we're basically free rolling this spin, though. So that's good news, I'd say. Are we heads up? Yep. Pokeriano takes it down. They have a 2-1 chip lead. Third time in a row we've got heads up against Pokeriano. We've won one. They've won one. Let's win this one. Ace 9 offsuit. Clear jam here. Shimon on YouTube. I'll get to your comments in just 1 second, dude. Animals. Good jam here, but it's also a good check for what it's worth. So we're going to do that. So, pipe. J-Dom, the legend. What's up, J-Dom? Pleasure to see you again, dude. I got to hang out with J-Dom in real life recently. Appreciate you very much, man. Welcome back. Thanks for the 35-month resub. Hope you and fam are good. All the best, man. Good to see you. Call again. We can't fold much of our range at all here. 1/6 of our range. A pair is not in the bottom 6th of our range. That's for sure. On the river, it's a little different in that there's 4 diamonds out there. And 9-5 takes it. So we're in a bit of tough shape here against Pokeriano. We're all in with A7 though. This could be nice. Okay, good start. Good start here to get up to 540. Let's go, baby. We're in the lead just like that, baby. Let's go, baby. Okay. A very spare lead. All in with King Jack, though. Great hands. Call me Queen Jack. Such good news. Keep it clean. No! Brutal. Oh, we're still in. Okay. That sucks, though, obviously. Getting it in quite good there. Ten-6, King 9, and that will end it for us there. GG, dude. We're now down $12 in the spins after 4. Okay. Let me catch up on some comments before we play another one. Want to go back to the pub with you guys. I'm sure it'll happen again. J-Dom, 100. First viewing was November 2014. There it is. Yeah, I always remember it's either the 24th, 25th, or 26th of either September or October. It's definitely one of those 6 days. I just got to get clear on the specifics on that. But I saved my first stream, so I'll be able to find it for sure. Open for Matthew James J. All right, we cover. Sure, all 3-bet. It's a little frisky, dude, but we'll give it a 3 sauce here. We're doing well, mate. Looking forward to North London Derby. Yes. Big match on Sunday. Excited about it. I don't like our chances so much, but, you know, let's see what happens. Thanks, Nexus, man. Thank you, brother. Check raise, we call, but a little dicey here, for sure. Assuming that a world in which so this is about animals again, from YouTube from Shimon Kribus. Overbet jam. I don't know, dude. 3-bet flop. We flop top pair. Let's sweat this one first while we think about it. Sure looks full of crap. Fooled, I guess. Assuming that a world in which everyone lives in peace is a better world, even in terms of survival, we can see that we are too weak and cannot control our development, not as humans like to think. Yeah, so I agree that I do think that's a better world than one where we hurt each other, but I don't think those are the incentives that evolution has left for us, right? So it has to supersede our natural setting and our natural basis, from my point of view, which is destruction and competition and the self as opposed to the collective. Of course, we have elements of us that are nurturing, you know, but as history has shown us, and even relatively recent history, there is ugliness just right there. It's not very far away for people to be terrible and things to turn violent. Call here, especially for the bounty. 9s beat ace-6, ace-jack beats ace-9. Yeah, let's go. Get a $25 bounty, that's good stuff. So I agree that that's a better world, but I don't think our natural setting works that way. We have to rise above our natural setting through like logic and systems, which we opt into, which is basically politics, as like societal organization and governance. Perhaps the next step is to figure out how to control this and shape more logical and beneficial future for ourselves. Yeah, I think it's governance, dude. Like trying to find some balance of, because like the problem in my eyes is that most systems are not right for the individual, right? Like any line that you draw in the sand on any collaboration, someone is getting the best of it and someone is getting the worst of it. And so if people are very individually minded, they're gonna be like, well, I'm getting a worse deal, I don't wanna do this, right? So if there isn't any like rational compassion for the collective and coming to the right answer for the collective as opposed to the individual, and everyone just advocating for what's best for the individual, then there won't be a solution that is helpful, right? So you have like a very, let's take like a very libertarian country like America, right? One of the most libertarian countries in the world in terms of free markets, capitalist solutions, and sort of, there's a few things like food stamps and, shared laws about seatbelts and some laws around justice and what is legal and what isn't legal. But largely, like, if you make it in America, you can make it in America, first of all, because there's no stringent barriers on you from the system. There might be historically. However, if you fail, no one's going to help you as much as other places will either, right? So it's very dog eat dog, very competitive, and very successful at sort of like capitalist creation as a result. But if you can compare it to like my country, for example, in Canada, often what you have is you have people comparing the economic output and power of Canada compared to the US. And it's going to be lower because we sacrifice some of these, our economic output for things like expanded social programs, increased taxation that pays for services that benefit people that need the help, right? And it comes at the cost of the most successful, or the people that would get the most out of just a clean slate, you know, the champions of the economic world. It comes at their cost, right? Like they would thrive better in a libertarian situation. But if you're doing like a comparison between the two countries and you're looking towards like economics, clearly like countries that have like a social safety net are going to do worse on economics. Like, you know, essentially it's a difference in values. It's saying like, we're going to forego productivity for a more fair society for the least fortunate amongst us, whether that be in IQ or in EQ or in historical situation that leads to sort of like a starting deficit. So yeah, I don't know. Like that's a discussion about values to me in terms of like, should we value the right answer for a group of us collectively or not? Or should we value the individual and like, who gives a fuck about everyone else? And that's like so shaped by your upbringing. It's so shaped by your environment, by the people around you. Neither of them are wrong. They're just different worlds, I think, right? They're just different systems. They're different places to live in. There will always be more libertarian and more socialist or communist places in the world. And it's a choice in terms of like what world you want to be in. You know, I like your version for what it's worth. The way that I currently feel about meat is, one, I struggle a lot. I have always struggled, and I continue to struggle a lot with food-related things, right? I have an eating disorder called ARFID, which is essentially like I've restricted tons of food from my diet over long periods of time for reasons unrelated to body image. But I also have had an extensive history of body image issues, of extreme diets, of dysregulation of my entire body, right? It's been a lifelong constant struggle. You know, my first diet was like in grade 5. So for me, meat is something that I really enjoy that's relatively good for me in the grand scheme of things. So from a pragmatic sense, I want to be selfish and be like, yo, I struggle to deal with this. If I take away meat, I'm going to really struggle to be healthy as a person, because like this is one of the best things I do for myself when it comes to diet. There's that. And then also I'm sort of content with some sense of some portion of the world being competitive, right? I'm kind of okay with that. What I'm not okay with is the mistreatment of animals, right? Like if we are going to breed chickens to produce eggs for us to eat, I do think it's unfair for chickens to be kept in a way where they're feeling consistent pain. I think their life needs to be good. And I think it needs to be a positive for them, even if they are being used for a larger system. That's where I sit right now, but it's pretty uncomfortable because I'm not super convinced that that's the right answer, right? It's an answer, but it's certainly not definitive. And have I taken any action to ensure that the chicken's eggs that I'm eating the chickens are living appropriately? No, right? Like I haven't taken any of those steps. But in my supermarket, if there was a company that said, hey, these eggs cost this much because we ensure that the animals that we use are treated fairly, I'd be game, dude. I'd pay extra money to buy that meat, to buy those eggs, to buy that cheese, what have you. Right, so I'm kind of waiting for a solution to be more forward thinking on that. So that's what I think about meats right now. But again, like I don't think vegans are wrong, and I don't think, antagonistic carnivores are wrong either. They're just different worlds. They're different sets of values, and I don't really believe in an overarching truth or not truth to value systems. I think they're just different settings in the sandbox, Fold the river. Anyways, so I lost this 162 while talking about that a bunch. Giving sort of a thorough overview of how I think about it, but we'll keep going here. How much does it cost the equipment needed to stream like you do? My equipment is kind of extreme, but I've been doing this for 10 years. To just get it off the ground, not too much, dude. You just need a like relatively modern computer or laptop, you know, $1,000 maybe. And then a monitor and a microphone and a camera, like $1,300, you're good to go, ready, you know? Probably can do it cheaper too. Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is lighting and camera. And this is kind of a bad example because my lighting isn't great, but it's cozy. You know, we're chilling with some cozy vibes. I could do a little bit more of a professional lighting setup to where I'm lit more like a newsroom and it's better, but I haven't done that yet. But yeah, it's totally approachable. Visiting family in Michigan soon. I see Party Poker is legal there. You wouldn't be able to play against me. Michigan is its own player pool, but try it out. What's up, MD? Let's go, baby. Come on, MD on Facebook. Go with October 25th. You were 3 weeks into streaming when I found you. There you go. Okay. That's probably it, Nexus. You're doing well in the home game. I see you knocked me out with your aces. See Brevet. GG, my friend. I wish I could say I'm sorry, but I'm just not. I'm trying to win, you know? So it's the way she goes. Thanks for playing, though. That's sincere. All right, $100 spin. We're going to put that on table 1. This is our 5th spin. So 500 in buy-ins, 388 in cashes now. I think this is one of those raise folds, actually. I don't want to limp call King 6 because it sucks. I don't really want to jam it. I think it's too much without antes, 15 blinds. So I'm going to raise fold. One of those hands that's just right in the middle. That could be wrong, by the way, as a strategy. Like, I'm not studying my spins open strategy. I probably should based on the amount I play. But, you know, it's my best guess, essentially, of what it's going to look like. Which is you're going to have some raise calls at the top, you know, your ace kings, and you're going to have some jams, and you're going to have some limp jams, and you're going to have some raise calls and some raise folds. And those are just going to be different parts of the kings on the way up and on the way down. AC Knight says, poker is how society should be. Somebody could be given aces while others are given regs, but the flop can change everything, and so can the turn and the river. So it's about taking what you're dealt with. It's the best way you can, whether it's going all in or folding, then moving on to the next hand. That's what life is about. It's a way. I disagree. I don't think it's the best way, or I don't prefer it, right? Like, because I think it's too cruel. Obviously, poker is opt-in, you know? So people get to decide to play, but when you're talking about being hungry for food because your parents are poor, I think it's a cruel society, one where our reaction to that is, well, tough luck. We also could have been born poor, but we weren't, so figure it out, you know? Like, obviously, that's the perspective you should take as an individual of, like, I am where I am. How do I improve my life? But as a society, I don't really like that setup. But, you know, the world could work that way, for sure. It could. And I think it's probably most effective to treat it that way as a person, you know? Like, if you're down on your luck, it almost certainly is unfair in some ways. But then, you know, being pragmatic about what you can do about it. That's what I've always done it anyways, you know? And it's served me well in a lot of scenarios, and it's still how I approach scenarios when things aren't going very well. But that doesn't mean that the system is good, right? Like, I think you can still advocate for the system changing while acting a different way as an individual, like pragmatically. Yeah, I don't know. We have such a trash stack, but we do have kings over here, which is pretty fun. You feel like stacking off, Sam, do ya? No. Too little, too late, as JoJo once said. Bricks, dude. All right, should we try again? Our sixth spin. We've won one, but it was a big one. For 388, we're entering our sixth right now of the 10-pack. Let's see how we go. Let's go. We got another big multi. Keep going. Keep going. All right, 365. This is good, though. This would take us solidly into the profit if we can win this one. We're going to start with 500 chips. It's the same three opponents. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. In the 100 spinnerine. Fold the do 6. It sucks. Four bet to 15. We call. In the home game, big swing and a miss. Oh, it's a big jam as well. I don't think we can call for ace-9 off without antes. With antes, it's the line. Actually, ace-9 offsuit there. Ooh, what the heck do we do with this hand? Jack 10 here, dude. Jamming for 14 without ante sucks. I guess we have to raise fold. I don't know. Like, this sucks a lot, but I don't know what else to do, so. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not happy about that, but I don't see the alternative, so. Like, folding is bad, for sure. Jack deuce is pretty bad. We're just going to fold even if it limps to us. King 7 off. Probably not quite here. King 7 suited, we're in there. With 9, just over 9 blinds, no antes. I don't think we jam. Here we go. We call. E6, ace 4. Oh, that 4 is brutal. That is brutal. We're on a spin downer, dude. Good point. You're a smart guy. Thanks, man. I don't know if I am. I just think about this stuff a lot. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's just I really enjoy thinking about like the way that societal systems could work, and which I like, you know, outside of like a reaction to popular politics today of like, oh, I don't like her, or I don't like him, or what have you, right? Like, that's not very interesting to me, but more so, here's two different ways this thing could work. Like, what are the effects on the entirety of the system? In the same way that a poker range works, right? Where you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to bet the river, and I have these strong hands, and I have these weak hands, and my opponent's going to call with these hands, and when they call with these hands, it's bad for me. When they call with these hands, it's good for me, right? Just trying to think about the whole range. It's the same way. It's the same thing for society, in that society is a range of people with different attributes. So I like thinking about different setups and I don't know, like optimizing for different sets of values. Like, oh, what would we do if we wanted the fairest society? What would we do if we wanted the most economically strong society? What would we do if we wanted the fastest growing society, or like the best infrastructure, or I don't know. It's just kind of fun, man. I like to riff on it in my brain. And I don't really have many people that I can do that with. Definitely Rebecca will riff on anything I bring up to her at any time, right? She will talk about it. But it's not like naturally where her brain goes, right? Like, I have to take her there, and then she's willing to engage because she loves me. And I think it's, you know, interesting at times, but I don't think I've met too many people who that's where their brain naturally goes without being prompted, kind of like it does for me, you know? Still in search of people like that, to where I can sit down, grab a drink, and talk about these things that are considered largely weird or uninteresting to a lot of people. King 9 suited, dude. God damn, Jesus mode. God, 2 T's. I don't know, call, dude. I don't know. I guess we call here, dude. Is this good? I don't know if this is good. Queen, king, 9. 9. The German kind. Interesting. I appreciate you analyzing it this way. Cheers, man. Says Shimon Kribus on YouTube. Should I have gone all in here with 7-5? Probably. I had a blind. There's no antes, so I can go on next hand, but it's profitable every hand that I'm dealt here, so I might as well have taken it, to be honest. There's something about opportunity cost of, like, you're going to bust X percentage of this hand, and while both are profitable, your likelihood of being dealt a more profitable situation next hand is very high because you have 7 high here. I don't know how to solve that mathematically correctly. It's like a future game sort of thing, but nonetheless, there's an argument for folding. I think we can find a solution to that. If we find a way to differentiate between emotions and actions, it can be an interesting solution, from Shimon Kribus. Yeah, see, I think there's an optimal answer to most problems if we agree on what is important and by how much. But most of the time we spend arguing on what's important. Well, we don't. We argue about proxy scenarios that are really discussions about what's important about being alive. So if we all agreed about what the point of life is and what the purpose is and what a good life is and what a good life isn't, then I think we could have solutions really simply. But I think, you know, I don't know, to use a very topical, like, inner city discussion at the moment, as we have to fold to this overbet with kings, sadly. Don't block the clubs. If we had the king of clubs, we'd probably call here, but some people like to bike, some people like to drive. How much of the road should be dedicated to bike infrastructure as opposed to car infrastructure? If we all agreed on the percentage, then bikes would get that percentage, but we don't. And instead of like discussing that actual reality of like, okay, we need to split our public infrastructure, we talk about like, yeah, but here's all the things that suck about this, or like cars are dangerous this way, or people get hit, or like, oh, the bikes are impractical when the weather is bad outside, or like, what about the old people, and what about the people that can't cycle, or what about the people that want to stay mobile, and look how it works here, and look how it doesn't work here, right? Like we don't cut to the root, which is just like, hey, let's come up with a frequency of we have proxy discussions that are really about how useful it is. So I don't know. I don't share your sentiment, but I did at one point, and that's not to say that I think you're wrong. It's just I don't know. I have friends that just really view the world very differently to me, and I struggle to say that they're wrong, because I don't think they're wrong. I think they just want the world to be different, and or they're mistaken of what they're advocating for will equal why. But most of the time, they just prefer it a different way, and it makes me sad, for sure. You know, like when people are advocating for a world that is like really harsh. You know, I sometimes I wish that they wouldn't. Like, why does it have to be that hard? It could be better. But yeah, I don't know, man. Folding kings again, dude. We shouldn't fold based on this bet sizing of we need to call with 80% of a range here, or about 75%. Kings is in there. So I'm just going to call based on theory, but yeah, we lose, which sucks. Back to Shimon on YouTube. That way, no matter what the system is, we'll always be happy and it won't matter anymore. For some reason, I think the chances of that happening are low. We're just not smart enough in history. We'll testify, yeah. The other part about this too, though, Shimon, which plays into like homogeneous as opposed to diverse cultures. Like part of what I like about being alive is the diversity of opinion and thought and ways of living. That's energizing to me, right? Like when things are too homogeneous in any aspect, it makes life feel really small and limited. And it is already limited, which is already sad that we're all going to die, you know? So to me, different ways of doing things make life richer, make it better, make it bigger, make it more enjoyable. So the more that we try and divide into groups that are homogeneous in their thought and their beliefs, as opposed to multicultural and with diverse ranging views, we might get more agreement about what's happy and come up with more rules that fit our society more directly. But then we lose the flavors and we lose vision of the possibilities, right? And I was just thinking about this yesterday. Because I watched Hunger, film by Steve McQueen on the Troubles in Northern Ireland, right? And it's a story about Bobby Sands, who is an IRA soldier / terrorist, depending on your perspective. And he is in a prison in Northern Ireland for, attempting to blow someone up or killing someone. And this is about the colonialist sort of attempt of the British to secure Northern Ireland as part of the UK. And there's this really long 23-minute scene where a priest is talking with this Bobby Sands who's going to go on a hunger strike that will kill him. And he knows that's the end result. And the priest is saying, you're killing yourself. You know, like, are you going to be able to stand before God in the eyes of him as, you know, you don't know the value of life, essentially. Is that a life well lived when you have no pragmatic sense of, like, the effect this is going to have on the other men that are going to follow you and die, and their children and their families, when you know for certain that the outcome of this is going to be nothing, right? Like, have you no sense of pragmatism about your decision making? And his response was kind of, well, this isn't, you know, my life isn't an exercise in you know, futility. Like, I'm going to utilize it for something I believe in, you know, strongly. And so he does go through the hunger strike and he does die. And it's a really powerful film in that the prison is brutal, and the treatment of people is brutal. But this morning I was writing notes on the movie to summarize what I thought. I write notes about the movies I watch so that I can refer to them later and remember. Same with books. And you know, I was writing it in Montreal as an Anglo, as an English-speaking person in Montreal, which is primarily a French-speaking place. And there's a lot of people that feel sort of outspokenly that I don't belong because I am not a Francophone here. It's not drastic or anything, but you know, it's a reasonable portion of the population that feels I'm not a part of them because I'm not from here, and or my French language skills are not enough to have a conversation, basically. So an Anglo living sort of in the western-ish half of the city, which is slightly more English, living in Montreal, which is a pretty even split and definitely more accepting of English than the province of Quebec, living in Canada, living on Turtle Island, which is the name for the Americas by the First Nations people. I mean, there is endless divisions in that line of which group belongs and which group doesn't, right? Do you want to divide it to west of the mountain in Montreal? Do you want to divide it by Montreal? Do you want to divide it by Quebec or by Canada or by the First Nations? And who stakes a claim to what group belongs? Me as a person, I'm empathetic to every group's claim in that string of claims. But what I'm not sure about is whether any of that is just or not. Because I love Montreal culture, and I like Quebec culture, although I love Montreal's more. And I do think the First Nations people and Métis and Inuit have been done a great injustice in Canada. And yet I also do believe Canada should exist. I also do think I can live here. And I also don't like the idea of becoming more monocultural. For myself personally, I don't enjoy cultures like that. And yet I'm living in one of the most monocultural places in North America. So I don't know. It's very confusing to me. It's very complicated. Colonialism and divisions and how they change over time. And when those claims are justified or not justified based on the changing of time and power and incentives. Dude, so complex, so difficult, totally at a loss for how to sort through that. I'm just taking in as much reading and as much art and opinions as I can and trying to filter it through to see if I can come to something solid. But, you know, swimming in the sauce, so to speak. Homegame password is Kappa. What's up, Jason Lewis? Jamie, always watching your love of your poker. Keep grinding. Thanks, brother. Thank you. Let's get another spin going. This is going to be spin number 8. We've won one for $388, and that's it so far. Antonio Canal, thanks for watching on YouTube, man. Appreciate you. Things are good, man. Things are good. Yeah. Excited to be playing some cards today. Feeling good. Nothing like too exciting to report yet in terms of results, but you know, early days. Beerus Mode is a friend in the stream, no? Oh, I was thinking the other person we had marked as yellow, I think, yeah. Forget who the name was, but... Limp Call with Queen 9 I think is cool. I really want a Fisherman's Friend, but I'm streaming. I probably shouldn't, right? Can't be having mints on the stream, dude. You crazy? Well, 6-4. Sevens, beautiful. All in. Ciao, Jamie. Do you still play on GG Poker site? I have an account there, but I haven't played in quite some time. PartyPoker is my main site, and if I have to add any other site, usually GG is my last choice. Just based on some of the decisions I think they're making for the future of the game. I think it's pretty cutthroat, not ideal. You know, they do a lot of things well, but I like to support companies that I think are doing the right things, which is not GG at the moment. So yeah, PartyPoker than anyone else, basically. Don't the Montreal Canadiens fans hate the captain of the team because he doesn't speak French? Is that true? I don't think anyone hates the captain of the team because he doesn't speak French. And the Canadians almost get a bit of an exception, honestly, compared to the rest of society. Like, most people don't get too heated about hockey players not speaking French. But if they make an attempt, they will absolutely go crazy over it and adore it. 10-8 loses there. GG. Not a good one. I think hate is too strong of a word, right? Too strong of a word. But it's sort of an expectation of a decent portion of the city that if you're going to be here for a long time, you make an effort with the language. Like, you could live your life only speaking English in Montreal forever, and you will be totally fine. You are cutting off a lot of the city, though. You're going to have some challenges, too. Wow, let's go. Whoa, 5.9x. Let's go, baby. Let's go. This is basically to get break even on our 9th spin. This would take us up to $988 in cashes. $978 in cashes after 900 in buy-ins. So we've actually got a shot here. 876, good for Beerus modes. Range, bad for ours. We check back. Limp call with a6. Not strong enough to want to like raise and call a jam here, but a very strong hand nonetheless. So we limp call, flop is 9-7-3, rainbow. So whatever flop, you know, there's a lot of better flops for sure, but we're still likely at the best hand, getting 3-1, which means we're going to fold about 25% of our range here, in theory. A little bit more because we're out of position, etc. But like ace-x is going to continue. Turn is a king. They bet 120, and I think we have to fold now. Would not be folding like a pair or spades, basically, there. But we can fold the rest, I'd say. Same thing, ace deuce with ace-6 here, I think. Go. There's a chance in theory we're going to be check raising some, like limp jamming some of the ace deuce, ace 3, ace 4, then limp calling ace 5, ace 6, ace 7. Not that there's a huge difference between any of those. Same sizing here, bet really small. We clearly continue, especially with the ace of hearts. Hi, James. What's up, Saramet Edward? Welcome. Thanks for answering. LFG Indica Sativa. Indica Sativa. Thank you. 45. We've lost half our stack, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. Definitely sucks, but a few bad hands out of position there. Twos, all in. The pair of twos to win the first pot of this tournament for us. Take it down, ace 9. Yep. It's a limp here. We want to be limping our very strongest hands as well. Aces, kings, queens are in there. Typically, ace-high boards are good for us. Even though our queens don't like seeing an ace, you got to think that we limped with 10.5 blinds and they check back. So a lot of aces are going to raise pre-flop or go all in pre-flop. Ace-high board benefits the small blind who decided to play as opposed to just fold. We get min-raised. We're going to call. That's fine. Turn is a 5. This is a little uncomfortable because we've got 180 in the middle. Now, these are good players, though, right? Like, they can mess with really small sizings to make us make range mistakes. Still got to think that our queen is pretty good here. The 5 means that 3-4 just made a straight. 5-4 and 5-3 just made a pair. We get a bet of 45. We're going to call again here. $10 on the end. Pretty good brick. And check, check, we win. We're back to 500 basically. And they had 3-6. Went for a small raise value with the 6. Okay, there you go. And got the cheap showdown there. $15.30. We're still in this, baby. The only French you need to know is croissant. I don't know if that's true, PGD. I don't know, man. Definitely need a bonjour, a bonsoir, and a bonne journée, and a bonne soirée, or bonsoir. I think you need those. You need those for, like, if you're coming to Montreal, learn those, right? Bonjour, hello. like good morning. But you can use it in the afternoon too. Bonsoir, good evening. Bonne journée. I think it's bonne journée. Or is it bonne journée? It's okay. They'll know your English by you making a mistake. It's not a big deal. I think it's bonne journée, which is have a good day, and then bonsoir, or bonsoir, have a good evening, and then you're good. And when you go into a shop, you kind of say, bonjour, hello, how are you? Or if you're adventurous, bonjour, hello, ça va? Which is how are you? And they'll kind of know your English immediately. And then what I typically do is when they respond to me in French, I try and understand what they're saying. Most of the time I don't though, and I'll say, je suis désolé, mon français pas bon. And they'll say, oh, no worries, and then they'll just repeat themselves. Yeah, it's fine. Good luck, matey. Thank you, Sam Middleton. Thank you. I'd really like to win this tournament for $590. That would be huge. That'd be très bien. Ooh, for 7 blinds. Let's sneak in the limp fold here. I don't think we're all in with 8-5 suited, but maybe we are, and then we fold like 8-3, 8-4. I don't know. All right, Shimon, have a good day. All the best to you. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. A6 King 4 to take the lead, to get a heads up. Oh, we are running cold, dude. Just kidding. We're good. No sweat, baby. We're in the lead, heads up for a $590 spinnerine, baby. Limp don't fold. Could also jam for 15 blinds, but we don't need to. Open ender, 3, 8, and sometimes our king is the best hand as well. Should bluff. King high here is probably not going to win. Hopefully you should be able to get her some better king highs to fold, some queen highs to fold. But they river top pair, and that'll happen sometimes. Hey, 100 bits coming in from Otter Pang. What's up, yo? Good to see you, Otter Pang. Always a pleasure. That's a name I recognized for a long time. Cheers, man. Appreciate you. Good to see you, Otter Pang. Should we bluff our 8? I think so. Yes. Hand is not very good. 8 with kind of a junky kicker. They can have 9x. They can have a bunch of stuff. 6s with the club. Calls down. It wins. It's sad. They have a 2-1 chip lead. But we could have a 2-1 chip lead if they call there. Okay, here we go. First step to the 2-1 chip lead. Jam it. Call. 2-1 chip lead. Hold it with the 6s, baby. Yep. No 4, Dottie. No 4. Let's go. One hand away. That's not the hand, though. Only with the 4s, it's beautiful. Hopefully we're not getting trapped. We take it down. Let's go, baby. And we're all in again with King 9. Call with Queen 9. Queen Jack, good. Now hold it. Come on. Just hold this one, baby. No. Oh, we run so cold, chat. Why can't we hold a hand? Oh. Ace 4 into ace king. 4. Bricks, dude. All right. That's unfortunate. That would have been really sweet, dude. We're going to play our last spin of the pack. We've got 388 cashed. Pretty bad, though. I mean, we lost 2 king highs against queen highs. All in for the win. That makes a difference a little bit. I'm just being straight with you. All right, last one of the pack. Pokerstaples is an aggressive player, is a YouTuber. Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Brazilian YouTuber. Sweet. Beauty. Ace Queen is nice. Think Ace Queen's strong enough to limp raise here. Ace Queen offsuit. But we induce the jam and we flip. Ace Queen against 4s. I'm not confident based on how today's spins have gone on this hand. Well, how about that, huh? We go 1 for 10. 388 cashed. Tough. Tough, dude. Tough one. We call it. We're getting 4 to 1. We have king queen. This obviously sucks. They have a flush a lot, but they don't have a flush more than 80% of the time here. So we call. Okay, let's do Ben. What's going on, man? Hello, JCass. What's up, yo? Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Unknown Elite, flopping 2 sets on the bounce on the blind. Special takes me 60 to 215. Getting it done out there, man. Getting it done. All right, let's play a few more hundreds as we continue to grind on here, man. Oh, sad. Sad run in the spins, dude. Let's do at least 4 more. Let's do at least 4 more. Raise call with ace-9 suited. I don't think we want to bet with ace-9 here. 5-4-10 is not a board that hits us very hard. It's going to hit them decently. And ace-9 has some showdown value here, right? It's like ace-high with a medium kicker. We're not going to get like ace-queen to fold. Not that they have ace-queen. They always 3-bet it. And it's going to be tough to get value from many worse hands, like ace-deuce, ace-3, ace-6 only, basically. We're just going to check it down, beat ace-3, which is good. That's one of those few hands we could have got value from by betting flop, but they might have bluffed us on the river. If we go bet flop, check, check, turn, and they bluff river, definitely a line they could take. So anyways, call with 7-8 in the big blind, to the streets, swing and a miss. Check raise if we had a diamond, probably, right? Because we have more 5s than them, but we don't, so. This is no good. Pokeriano is all in. Pokerstaples 24/7 just went live. Let's go. It's back, baby. I'm so glad to hear it. Great news. Thank you, Sharky, for reminding us, by the way. I'm glad that's up and running again. And I can send it the raid after the stream as well. Been a long time. Hope all is well. Splitter DH. Yeah, things are good, man. Happy to be here today. Having a good time. Only with Jack 10 for sure. 5 blinds. In the small blind, very easy all in. Flop very well against King Deuce here. Yeah, let's go. Up to 420, we are in the lead. And we're all in again. Beautiful, powerful hand with the ace queen. Our opponent's very short. 7 blinds and less than 5. So, hello, my friend, looking better. What's up, Rook 2? Thanks, man. And can't go with the 8-6 here. Threes against 8-5. 8-5 is going to double up to 190. So we continue to play this 3-handed spin at very short. Oh, never mind. It went the other way. I was confused about something. Not exactly sure what. 8-5, 2 pair. Oh, yeah, no, it won. So this player was shorter. Okay. Makes sense. Jack Deuce. Nope, that's not it. King. Any king here for sure is an all-in. Any queen in the spot is an all-in. King Deuce against Queen 10. Good. To take a big lead. It's not over till it's over, but big lead is nice. 700 to 200. So we get this one for free. 120 to win 280. We've got the right odds. Our hand sucks, but we've got the right odds. 10-6 against Queen Deuce. 10 or 6. Not this one. Okay. So we're in the lead again. Still 500 to 400. We're all in with 10-9. For 5 blinds effective. It's not our favorite hand, but we take it. Let's go. Oh, this could end it. We might actually win a spin, dude. Did I jinx it? Maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go, baby. Let's go. So nice to get a 229 cash on the board, man. All right. Let's go again. But first, in the home game, I'm going to 3-bet. All right. And we're just waiting for another player for our second spin, but nice to get a victory in one of them. In the home game, we're on 96,000. We got 133 players this week. Thanks, everyone, for playing. It's every Friday if you want to play the home game, so we'll have another 500 added next Friday. And here in the 109 Millions 6-Max PKO. We're the best at spins. That's it, dude. We are just simply the best. We're the greatest that has ever been. And it's clear. It's just so clear. Ace 9 we check and the big blind. It's kind of a big bet for the board texture. We call and we see a good turn and it goes check check. And now I think we value bet. We own ourselves against Jackson 10s here, but I think the rest of their range we're beating at this point. Unless they have 8s. I mean, 8s is possible too. But. On with Queen Jack. This is a pretty fun flop for ace-3 suited, in my view. Pretty fun. Here we go. We're in another spin, but we're also going to be barreling here with enough flush draw. All right, 278. And our barrel works against Ashley Davies. Good stuff. All right, it's up to 186. And we got Gary D in here with the 4 7s and a 5. And Pokeriano. All right. Our second spin of a 4-pack. Need advice. I keep myself from tilting. This is from Rook 2. I'm okay for a while, but as the session goes longer, it gets worse. I'm in the blue, but I would do so much better if I could control my emotions, and I know bad beats will happen and more often online. All the hands we play, but I can't seem to get better. I'm always been my Achilles heel, like tilt and stuff, I assume. Just flat with aces. Very strong hand. I don't do it live. Won't make a fool of myself. Any advice? Yeah, it's a tough question to know specifically how you're not tilting. For me, it's like just getting better at the game over time. Kind of come to understand that, like, just because I'm running bad, like I can't play more hands and win more money. I know when I play a hand too wide pre-flop that I'm losing money doing that, you know? So I could be frustrated and tilted, and my version of tilt is like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. I want to be done for the day, right? Fine. And then whatever, it's over. But like my version of tilt is not like, oh, I'm going to play more hands pre-flop and maybe I get lucky and hit something, because I just know that, oh, opening this hand loses me money. Why do I want to do that? I don't want to do that. It doesn't matter how much money I've just lost. I don't want to lose money. You know what I mean? So I guess like coming to just really get solid on those ideas of understanding what pre-flop ranges are good, you know, and like what frequencies are good, and understanding that when you make a decision, you know, the plus and the minus happens at the point of the decision. And so if you shift it from what happens, do I win money, to the decision point, then it's harder to tilt, I feel like, in a way where you're making like bad decisions for your bankroll. I think we call here with Queen 5 suited. 6s. I don't know if that's too wide or not, but Seems okay, and we win. And aces win as well. We're up to 241 in the home game. And we are heads up for our second spin win in a row. Do you ever play on PokerStars anymore? Pretty rarely. I still have an account. I still got some balance and stuff on there, but not very often, man. You'll probably see me in a WQ Pure there in September at some point. So we lose the all-in ace-jack to king-8. That sucks. And we lose. That's it. That kind of blows, frankly. But that's okay. We won the first one. We'll try one more. In our third spin out of 4. All right, we've got a 356 spin. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Good stuff. Hold on. Don't be afraid to go get yourself a drink and leave the tablet on the side. Honestly, I was in a tournament where I played 5 hands in 2 hours before the shot off and still won. Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, you like if you're you're gonna punt off your stack, you know, distracting yourself by watching something on TV and sort of like not really being engaged or taking a few, you know, taking an orbit off. It's not the end of the world for sure. Call off here. What happened, dude? What happened here? Sorry. Swing and a miss on the flop. Hey, Daniel04209. What's up, Daniel? Is that video editor Daniel with the Prime sub or a different one? Oh, Jamie, longtime fan for Toronto. It's a different one. Video editor Daniel was from, I think, Sweden. Thank you, bro. How's life in TO? I was there in the fall. No, in the spring. I enjoyed it. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the resub. Ace 4 against Queen 9 all in here. We're up to 730. That's good stuff. Glad you're feeling better. Thanks, KB NYC. Yeah. Feeling like myself at the moment, which is good. 150 to win, 350. I think we call here. It's not a good hand, but I think we have to call, unfortunately. Thanks for the 74-month resub. Welcome back to the team, Kibby. Appreciate you, man. Tough times, dude. Definitely not a fun night. So you're bounty on your head today? Yes, $25 on the home game. Unknown Elite. Call for 30 with our junkie 4-5 here against a forced all in. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. 9-8, but we're 5.5 blinds deep and we have fold equity. I think we jam here. Don't think we want to fold this one at 50, 100. Fold it, Gary D. Let's go. No, dude. Oh, I tried to jam that. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Min raise we call. Stop and go? I think so. Getting them to fold equity here is a good thing, I would say, with only 280 left. Oof. Think we have to call here, right? Yeah. Jack 10 against King 3. Big moment. That's a 10. Hold it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 356 in cashes. There. Plus our 229 at the last one. Ooh, pretty painful. We cover for a bounty here. Starting deck bounty. I think we call. And bricks. All right, and we've got one more spin in the pack as well. This 4-pack is going much better. We have 2 blinds here. Do we want to get it in? I think so. We're back to a reasonable stack. I think we should probably continue for 1 bet here. Let's get another spin going. Our 4th. Nice to get a win there, though. That's nice, man. $289. Oh, an ace king. It's just gorgeous. I think I can raise ace king offsuit. Probably limp ace king suited. You know, seems good to me. Take it down. We're 2 of 40 in the home game. 6-5, and not quite. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, all the best to you. Have you become a spin and go reg? I don't think so. I don't think I'm good enough to be a spin and go reg, but I've been playing some. Avid, 365 poker. I'm probably making some quite big mistakes, though. It's tough to say. If I don't know, it's pretty likely, I would guess. Having fun playing them anyways. Whoa. 2/3. In 15K guaranteed millions, guys, goes all in 90,000. Rejam for 440. I have 525 with 8-8, which you have called or folded. Total bounty is $20, buy-in 22. What are the blinds, James? Probably going to call on a bounty, most likely, but we kind of need to know the blind level for that one. Check queen 3. Flop at a 2 pair. Check raise. Take it out. On with king 3. Called by ace jack. We need a ace 6 or king. 4 won't do it. GG. All right, on that 4-pack though, 585 in cashes, which is nice. We're going to go all in. Oh, we lose to straight. Brutal. Tough. Pretty good. Oh! Ooh! Oh, I thought we were going to lose there. I was like, nah, dude. You can't be doing me like that. You really can't. You really can't be doing me like that. All right. Am I in the lead of the home game? I'm in second. Let's win it, baby. All right. Another 4-pack. Let's go. Oh, and it's break in 4 minutes, so I'll play the first one right now, but the second one after break. I need a drink, man. I didn't get a drink last break, so. Hey, Poker God. What's up, Kevin Martins? Everything okay? Good luck, and greets from Belgium. Thanks, man. Yeah, things are good. I have not been so healthy over the last, like, month or so, but feeling good at the moment, so. Excited, man. Yeah, things are good. How about yourself, man? How's the grind? How's life? What's up, Fox Paintball? I don't play cash games online very often. Sometimes, but like pretty rarely. Mostly tournaments. And some spins recently as well because it's been fun content, I think. It's been fun to fire some spins. Not an ideal start. 0 for 2 in hands here. Kill Bunker. I think that's brutal. The rules in Germany of only being able to play on 4 tables at once, I think it's a really poor rule by the German government that doesn't really understand the game of poker or sort of how it works for poker enthusiasts. You know, they may have great intentions of like, okay, let's make sure people play in perspective, right? But they don't understand that, like, you know, playing 6 tournaments at a time is not, you know, is not a problem for most people that play poker, and in fact is a fairly normal thing to do, and it's sort of part of the game. So they're approaching it very much from a Like, oh, this is just gambling. Let's limit the gambling as opposed to like thinking about the game as we lose to a straight here. Ayah. Okay. Again. Yeah, so I think the rule sucks. And I'm sorry that you have to deal with it. But, c'est la vie, I guess, you know? Nice. Hope you hit the big one day. Remember watching you when you and Jay Carver are the two biggest poker streamers. Yeah, man. Good vibes. Hope Jay Carver's doing well, man. We play for 288 here. 3 and 6,000. Okay, so he goes all in for 90,000, 15 blinds. And then there's a rejam for about 70 blinds. It's tough. Depends on position. Depends on, like, how aggressive they have been. Probably I'm folding your 8-8 because those are really deep stacks going all in. Depends how big the bounties are as well. Yeah, probably folding. Tough one though, dude. Real tough one. Raise call here, king queen. Oh, I forgot about break. Dang it. All right, well, we'll play this out anyways. 288 for the win. Gonna go for a big jam here. I think it's fine. They have a lot of draws and a lot of value too. Too thin to bet with the 10-7. Just check call here. Here's 300 chef, friend of the stream. Who has the Jack-4? Ord. Folding. 10-5. Good luck. Against Ace-7, we have 40%. Not the hand we want to see. Club. Yikes. We have 2 more spins to go in that pack, but let me just grab a drink, okay? Pokerstaples on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook back in about 3 minutes. Stay with me. Betting with like Ace King, Ace Queen, Ace Jack. Again, like every pair and every Ace Jack plus is already all in pre, and they don't really have 2s or 3s in their calling range, right? So that's a bit of a problem for them when you think about their range. So just advantage us, right? Advantage us here. And our C-bet takes it down, 9-4 suited. Being suited, we get to call a raise in this spot. They limp, we check. Fold to the overbet. We're all even here. Blinds are 20-40 and going up in 30 seconds. So it's kind of down to business now. Everyone's under 10 blinds. I'm getting over COVID at the moment. It's a great flop. I first felt it last Saturday or so it's been about 7 days. I'm feeling a lot better, but I still got some phlegm and stuff, so I don't want to push a stream too hard today. Hence, we're just doing something a little different. You know, a little warm-up stream, essentially, and then I'll send you off onto your ways on Sunday, and I'll play without streaming. But we were playing some word games. We got some Sudoku. Get some Duolingo going in a second, and a few spins. So that's what's up as we make it straight. And raise. Beautiful. All in. We're 5 blinds deep with a suited queen. Definitely good enough. So, you know, I think I could be relatively close, but I'm still riffing on it. Queen 7, Jack 7 for the win and 260 bucks. Let's go. Beautiful stuff, man. So that takes us up to 480 in cashes now with 215 buy-ins. Here we go. We got over a 3x now. 373. We're gonna start with 2.5 blinds. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay. Urpo Turbo and Green Goblin. Back at it again. We're up to 350 in buy-ins now with this one, and we have 480 in cashes already, so we're free rolling. 2.5x. We're gonna call in position with the 7-8. Big swing and a miss. Like there's nothing. What can you do? This is just advantage for Green Goblin. Not a spot for us to bluff. We need a diamond in our hand to even think about bluffing with the 7-8, right? Like, just too much junk. Limp in, 10 deuce. Fold? Sure. All in with the ace jack for 9.5 blinds. Called by Urpo Turbo. Could definitely have the best hand here. The ace jack. Probably do, but do not this time. Hold. Hold it. No queen, no diamonds. Ayah. We did kind of deserve to lose that one, to be fair. I'll register another one and see if it pops off immediately. It does. All right, nice. Let's go. Another over 3. Okay, what's up, chat? 2 more $100 spinnereens coming, and we are still in the lead of the home game. You legends. Let's go. Trigger EUW. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Oof. Rough spin here for 208. Kill Bunker, a drop of the 9-month, a resub, gets the love of the chat. I can move to Canada. Why not, brother? Come on in. Thanks for the 9 months, man. Come to Montreal. You'll like it, probably. I don't know. I like it. I'm going to have to translate this from Dutch. One moment. Sorry about the Dutch. Yes, all right. Just back from my vacation and have also been severely ill at the beginning of August. Same, yeah. Due to my medication for MS, something like that at times. I hear you, man. Sorry to hear that. I have a bit of a health scare at the moment. I don't know if it's related, but when I went to the eye doctor, like 2 weeks ago, basically, they saw that my optic nerve was a little like large. I don't have an eye doctor here in Montreal. This is the first one I've seen. And I went when I was a kid a bunch, but as an adult, I haven't been much. So they referred me to an ophthalmologist for like a non-urgent test to make sure that everything was okay. But one of the things with an enlarged nerve, you know, half the time it's like a normal sort of biological thing, and the other half the time something could be wrong with the way it's operating, essentially. So I don't have any other symptoms or anything, but it is one of the early warning signs for MS. So I don't know, you know, we'll have to see what comes of that. Obviously, it's kind of unlikely that that's what it is, but, you know, it's one of the things that flags up, so. So, yeah, I don't know. I was slightly worried about it, but I don't know, I'm not. Nothing you can really do other than just go through the test, you know what I mean? It could be other things too. You know, it could be things that are much worse and things that are not a big deal at all. It could be high blood pressure, it could be obesity related, it could be, it could just be like inflammation from allergies, and it could be COVID related too. Like there's some correlation to COVID stuff, and I had COVID in August, so you know, I'm hopeful that it's going to be a nothing burger, but to be determined, actually. It's on the list of things that I gotta make sure I'm on. As we have the 4th spin in a row of this pack, we're 0 for 3. Ooh, I think jam here. I don't really want to raise call or raise fold with King 10 suited. There's not many hands you jam, but I think King 10 suited is a pretty good one. Hope you're doing well. Actually am a professional graphic designer. No way. Oh, dude. Rip. 0 for 4 on that one. The spins are over, man. We're done with the spins. What would you say has been the resources that helped you improve the tournament play the most? Looking to sharpen my knowledge and start playing more. So many, dude. I've used like all the resources over time, right? Because I've been playing poker for a long time. So talking with friends, forums, / social media nowadays. It was forums when I got started. Video training sites. That was huge. That was always a really important one for me. Video training sites have been effective. Tools to look up questions and answers myself as I play. Marking hands, reviewing hands, personal coaching, playing a program like Hybrid Poker where you're comparing yourself to GTO. Like, all of that has been helpful at improving at the game. And I think which is the most helpful depends where you're at in your journey. Podcasts, books as well. I was reading Jonathan Little's book this morning, Secrets of Tournament Poker. And like, for me, it's review, but it's so well done. It's honestly like, it's the modern super system. I totally recommend it. If you are a beginner or an intermediate player, I think it's just a great resource. He's done such a good job with it. I'm so impressed by the amount of effort he's put in. So that's good. Yeah, I think everything's good, man. No Edmonton Oiler and Draisaitl fanboy. What's that? What is that, yo? Okay. Jeeks74 is also streaming and playing the tournament. Good luck, Jeeks. Bring the heat, brother. Bring everything you've got and then some, brother. Bring it. Do we want to raise this? I don't think so. 229. Good luck, man. This is a fun stream, though. I mean, we didn't make any money, but it was good to get out there and get some reps. Definitely going to be playing poker on Sunday, 100%. You can expect to see me there. Tomorrow, to be determined. If I'm going to do anything tomorrow, it's probably going to be like a word games and spins kind of thing, but we'll see. Ace Jack making a straight. Wow. Big pot. Rosh is all in. 17 pay, 27 left. I'm in the lead. First place gets a 109 ticket. There's a lot of added prizes here, though. 2.5x from Woody Allen. Wooden, alien. Close enough. I think we call here. Getting a pretty good price in a multi-way pot. We need to make like some straights or some two pairs or something. Some trips in this four-way pot to really play a big pot, but the chances of that are high enough, I'd say. Are the spins long-term beatable? Yeah. Yeah, rewards are an important part of that, right? Like the rewards that you're getting in your party rewards and stuff. They're a low edge game, right? Like you are battling it out, and where you determine the jackpot in terms of your EV, right? Like if you factor out the jackpot in your EV, well then it's different than if you factor it in. So they are, but like it's a high variance game, it's a volume game, and there's a ton of variance, right? So it's important to get that rake back. Jamie, what's up, Chris Paul? How are you, man? Squeeze. We'll call the all-in here from Bings. If ace-king suited poker goes all-in, we fold. Have you read the Harrington on Hold'em poker books? No. No, they were really popular books when I was first coming up in poker, but I haven't read them recently. I assume they're going to be quite dated, but, you know, who knows? Jack 10, 10, 3, ace 10. Jack 10 takes it down. Keep your bounty warm for me, please. Bring it, ace-king. Bring it, brother. Have a morning vision. Everything just keeps moving. And normally if they think MS has anything to do with it, you need to get a scan of your head. MS has also been dizzy and always very tired. Being tired equals a burnout. All of them together. Only then would I worry about that. Yeah. A moving vision. Everything keeps moving. Yeah, so I don't have any of that or any black signs or anything like that. Like black spots. I have had some dizzy spells. Always very tired. It's, you know, it's tough, dude, right? Like, what is being 33? What is being at a heavy weight and a big body? What is being tired? But yeah, you know, we'll see what the doctors say, whatever it is, you know, and, you know, pretty unlikely. No one in my family has MS. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. It'll be all right. Queen 5 offsuit is a fold in the big blind. I don't think good enough. Too disconnected, being offsuit. Just not going to win enough. Call with the 2s in a small blind. Wow. We flop a set. I think I'm going to lead here. We could check to try and induce, but the problem is it's going to check through a lot, so we'll just lead. Expecting to get 3 streets of values from big pairs, and like all the overpairs to continue, so let's just make sure we get some money. Probably just going to call, actually. I could maybe get them to fold an overpair by jamming, so I want to call and play weak. Jeeks is really thinking this one through. Also streaming, yo. Let's go. Set's good. 7-5 2 pair. No good. We're up to 853, baby. On the bubble. In the lead. Let's go. Open, we get a jam. This is a really big all-in. We're going to fold King 10. Jack 4, no dice. King 9 defeats the Jack 9. We're down to 20 left. And we're going to 3-bet his queen. Wow. Cold call and all in here. The thing is, we only have to call 140,000 to win 407. We're almost surely behind, but the total investment is going to be 120,000 more. Yeah, so we're all in and probably have the third best hand here, but see how she goes. Club! Oh, that would have been sick. Bangs gets 600K. Wooden Alien has 60,000, and we continue to roll on. Had you on a 6-7 misdraw? Well played. GH. Yeah, I could have had 6-7 draw there, for sure. None of my family either. It's not hereditary, but being tired, I mean really tired. Personally, I knock 12 hours a day because I can't function otherwise. And it's dizzy, being so dizzy you can't walk up the stairs, and you're scared of falling if you stand up. Yeah, I definitely don't have anything like that, Gavin Martins. That's going to be tough to deal with, man. Sorry you have to deal with it. Double barrel, we got a folds. Tired, man. Long day today. It's been a good one, though. Productive. Got a lot done. Thank you, Keenan, for the good luck, man. Hey, Luke Brooker. Good morning. Luke Brooker from Perth, Western Australia, Saturday morning, 5 a.m. All the best to you on this beautiful Saturday morning. All the best. Ace deuce. Do we want to open this? Probably. I mean, these players want to cash the tournament. We've got an ace, so I think that's okay. Calling the big blind, Jack 6-4. I think I want to bet with ace deuce. Our hand might be the best hand. It's going to be really tough to win a showdown, though, with ace deuce. We can probably bluff out some better hands. Let's go for a double barrel on the queen. Not a bad hand to bluff on, or a bad card to bluff on. And we take it down. Let's go. I think it's more of a problem for my wife and children. They look even brighter than I do. They take care of me. If I'm going well, I'll watch poker. Beautiful. Yeah, I think there's lots of good to find in the world. Absolutely, man. Can't see payouts. They're too small. Can you make them a bigger size to see? I can't see. I can't do it typically because we need the spots above for the other tables. But first place is $153 plus a $109 ticket. Second place is $100 plus a $55 millions ticket. Third is $70 plus a $55 ticket. Fourth is $51 plus a $33 ticket. And 39, 32, 28, 25, 21. The min cash is $16. And that's one spot away. So yeah, 150 for the win. Jack 6 suited. I'm in third. Do I want to bluff here? Probably not, honestly. It's not a great spot. We'll go for the one and done bluff here. And into an 8. And we're going to go all in here on the bubble with our beautiful ace-9 suited. And we win. Three six suited. I mean, yo, we can raise this though in the bubble, can't we? We can. And we win. Hello, what's up, Shinrath on YouTube? Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. We're on our last tournament of the day, Shinrath. It's a fun stream. I enjoyed it anyways. Full. As will 7-4 be. We're going to combine to the final 2 tables when we lose 1 player, which could be any moment here. There it is. Final 2 tables as we fill up. $10,000 fold. Any update on the health and eating stuff, my brother? You're looking good. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's been going relatively okay. I've had a few other health issues this month, not at all related to the eating things. Had COVID. I had like a gallbladder issue the other day. I had to go stay in the ER for 18 hours. Everything's okay with that now. And then something weird going on with my eye. So yeah, I'm kind of falling apart in a few ways since August, but I was feeling pretty good up till then. Food-wise, things are pretty good. Yeah, able to eat quite a lot of stuff. Not dealing with sort of panic attacks or difficulty around food that much in that area. And waiting for an appointment for some food exposures in the hospital where they're going to try me with some things like peanuts and with eggs and things that I haven't been eating for a very long time to try and reintroduce them back into my diet. So that is coming up in the next couple months, basically, which is going to be good. So yeah, continuing on. And the allergy blood test came back good as well. There was no result in the food allergy blood test, which allergies are pretty complicated, actually. The thing is, so when you do like a skin prick test, like you prick your skin with a bit of the allergen on like a pokey stick, basically, it doesn't enter your bloodstream. It just touches your skin, and then you can react at different levels. And so when I do the skin prick test, it comes back with a lot of things that react to like various foods and a lot of environmental allergies, like a ton. But the blood test basically measures for the stuff in your blood that can create a reaction. So you can have like an allergy to something, but you don't have the stuff inside you to create a reaction out of it. So then you technically have an allergy, but it's like it's a non-issue. Like it's something you don't have to worry about. So the blood test coming back with nothing is really good news, but then there's still a lot of things on the skin prick test that show allergies, like mustard is a big one for me. All the environmental stuff, like all the grass pollen, weed pollen, tree pollen, cats. So yeah, there's still a lot of question marks around that stuff. And allergies are difficult because they're similar to a lot of other things, right? Like anxiety can mask allergies, they can make them worse. And or anxiety and panic attacks can look the same as an allergic reaction. So it's really tough to determine when the tests that you do are not conclusive either way. They're just like pieces of data you can use in making a determination. So that's one of the difficult parts about what I deal with at the moment. Is it's not just like, oh, you do a blood test, if over 50 yes and if under 50 no. It's like we have to look at the whole picture to come to some sort of conclusion on what this means, you know. But so far, all the signs look good on that front, and definitely in a much better place than I was several years ago. Like way better. Much more like diverse, well-rounded diet, and more normal sort of eating habits. Eat a lot more frequently throughout the day. Eat less sort of big meals. Yeah, and sort of grooving into some pretty solid behavior, I would say, in terms of how I'm going through the day and eating and listening to my body and synchronizing everything. One of the things that one of the main jobs we've had with this eating disorder is being able to like reconnect to the body's internal sort of systems for sending information about whether you're hungry, whether you're not hungry, whether you're okay or not okay. Like being able to tune into those things and sort of trust them after like years of dysregulation has been a big part of the whole process. Have you lost some weight? Not really, no. So yeah, losing weight has not actually been the target, although it's, you know, for a couple of reasons, it's something that I'd like to do, but it hasn't been what we've been focusing on. It's been very much focusing on getting the body back to self-regulation or getting it to a place where it regulates itself healthily without sort of dysfunction. And the process for that, especially with an eating disorder, is in the beginning listening to the cues of the body. The hardest part, actually, and what most people want to do when they get regulated is to restrict what you eat, you know? Like I'm not going to eat here, or I'm not going to eat here because I want to lose weight, because I want to hit this target of macro or whatever. You know, which is effective short term, but you know, I think to have long-term success, if you look at the data of people that are successful with sort of learning how to regulate and live a healthy life with food. It ends up, you know, like the people in my life that are really healthy with food don't really have to think about it. I think there's a few exceptions, right? Like there's some people in my life that are very sort of meticulous when it comes to food, and are healthy. But the mass majority, you know, food is an enjoyable aspect of their life, but it's not a big deal beyond that. They enjoy it, but that's about it. So to get to that place, the focus was really on when you're hungry, you need to eat. And like right then, you know, like no sort of, anytime the hunger cue comes, feed the hunger cue. And there was no focus on what it is that I was eating or how much I was eating. It was just purely about like getting into the routine of eating when I was hungry. And then also shifting from this like almost natural like fasting experience that I was in for quite a while. Because going through, I mean, lots of crash diets in my life. You know, I think my first diet was grade 4. Did one grade 4, did one grade 5 summer, did one grade maybe grade 8 actually. Did one grade 10, did one grade 12, did one in first year of university. You know, did a few after that as well. Did the ultimate sweat one, you know, which is very extreme. So through all of those experiences, like if you think about, you know, the sort of like the pressure you put on yourself, but then also the things that you teach your body, like food is very much a negative in that environment, right? It's like the enemy when you're sort of trying to control for exclusively calories at the end of the day. And so when you feel hungry, which isn't, you know, a natural feeling and not one to be denied almost ever, to then ignore that sensation creates a lot of problems, right? Creates internal strife in your body in that you're saying the thing I'm telling you is I'm going to ignore it, or it's not important, or you're wrong. So it creates a problem with like trust, first of all, in terms of what your body's telling you. And then your body also as a coping mechanism is going to send stronger messages, right? So going through an experience like the ultimate sweat, where I was like, you know, eating like twice a day, eating 1,300 calories for a year. I mean, the year was full of hunger messages, right? It was just like a willpower bet, right? Like that's it. It was just willpower. Willpower and time. And we won, which is good, but like it certainly destroyed trust within my body and dysregulated a lot of things, right? And so trying to get to a place where physiologically I'm operating normally, where it's like, oh, I wake up, I'm going to have a little breakfast, I'm going to have a little snack, I'm going to have some lunch, I'm going to have a little snack, I'm going to have some dinner, I'm going to go to bed. You know, that has taken a lot of effort. You know, it's not perfect, but it's like a lot better. It's improved. And one of the other things is like a scarcity. There's definitely been a scarcity aspect of eating that we've been working on a lot, which, you know, started at very early childhood and extended into adulthood, where there is, I don't know, it's there's like a disconnect of this sense while you're eating of disconnection from the world, right? To where I remember having feelings like early in the stream days where, you know, I'd work all day, wake up, you know, grab something quick or not. I'd work like 10, 11 hours, and then I'd have a huge meal at the end of the day because I had basically just like, you know, eaten 600 calories up to that point as a big guy. And then I'd worked myself to exhaustion all day. And I'd been hungry throughout the day, but those signals weren't getting through because of dysregulation, right? So sort of just like this big crash, you know, not a binge in the eating disorder sense, but like way overeating, very uncomfortable, lethargia, exhaustion, you know, sort of like comforting myself in a way. And I remember feeling at that time so confused about what happened after, right? Like I will have eaten like a full pizza or something like that. And coming out the other side being like, what happened there? You know, like where did I go? What disconnect happened? To where, you know, there was a lot of shame and like of trying to fix this quote unquote problem that I had at the time that, you know, I don't view as a problem anymore in the traditional sense. And I couldn't understand what broke in this cycle, like why I wasn't able to control. And it's really because like the problems were building and building and building and building and building all day until they broke, you know, exhaustion, the end of the day, you know, ignoring until there's sort of a break from reality. And it was just like a toxic cope, basically. This pattern has really grooved in from like early childhood, you know, for a long time. So, being able to eliminate that scarcity of like, ordering pizza and Rebecca has like 2 slices and there's 6 slices, but I'm like full at 4. Not being able to stop and not eat the final 2 and like check in with if I'm hungry and even ask the question, very difficult. Like super, super hard, man, for me. You know, like I think I can remember almost no times where there was food left that I didn't eat as a kid, right? Like it was always gone because there was a sense of like, there wasn't more when I wanted more later, right? Like there was a lack of control. Ugh, this is kind of annoying, but I'll call. And so that pattern definitely has carried over to a lot of spots. And so that's been another big practice with like the nutritionist that I see every 2 weeks and the therapist that I see is working on, again, being able to check in with like, am I hungry? You know, where am I at? Like, oh, I'm probably hungry. I'm probably going to be full in like 5 minutes. So I'm just going to wait. And then I'm going to check in 30 minutes, you know? And again, not like having to have that come from a place of, not of shame or trying to control or manipulate a figure, but purely out of like an internal physiological, like, am I hungry or not? I can even think of like, I'm not perfect. I can think of a spot today, dude, where I screwed it up in hindsight, you know, where it didn't go well. Today, I had some leftover chicken for lunch, and I was running late with getting the stream started. And I had some leftover wraps. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to make chicken wraps. I'm going to make a bit of rice to put in these wraps because we don't really have anything else in the house that I can eat. So it's just going to be like rice, a little bit of butter, some chicken, cold, and in a wrap. And it's like, you know, it's some sustenance, whatever. It'll get the job done because I'm running a little late. And so heated up the chicken, you know, there's probably like 1 chicken breast worth, you know, made some rice, and mini wraps like this big maybe, right? And so I have 2, but like there's a little bit left. There's like 7 pieces of chicken, you know, and like a third of a cup of cooked rice. I'm like, I'll just eat a third one because I don't want to deal with throwing out or saving this last bit, right? Like throwing it out is difficult. And then saving it, like I couldn't save it, so I'd have to throw it out and kind of waste it. So like, I'll just have the third one. And like, it's a little bit too much food, but whatever, right? Like I'll just wait a little bit longer. Like that's a quote unquote mistake, right? In that my body was like, I'm not hungry. there's no reason to like use the last 7 little chunks of chicken. Just like throw them out, you know, or like the last third cup of rice. Like there was an error just today, like earlier. It's no big deal. Like, you know, I'm still gonna be fine, but like there's some dysregulation that like has just been grooved in since I was 9 years old, you know. So it is an ongoing, everlasting battle. But as I see in the chat here, what about the panic attacks from flu? The panic attacks are much better. You know, I had one maybe in May. And, you know, like maybe once a month I'll have a moment where anxiety spikes up for some reason to a panic attack. And then the last one before that, I don't know, like maybe December. Right, so they're relatively infrequent now, which is great. I mean, they're terrifying, so it's nice. Anyways. See what we got in the chats as we're on our last table with 650K. Damn, those damn IGE. Yeah, man, exactly. Will we ever see a dual stream with your brother? Definitely could. It's possible. We don't know what the future holds, right? It depends. You know, I think we have about like 6 months left in our PartyPoker contract, so hopefully we can continue there. You know, we haven't had any of those conversations yet, but it's, you know, what the future holds, I don't know, man. Like, who knows? We'll have to see. Haven't seen you in ages. Good to have you back. Thank you, Kratzen. Hope you're well. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. At my frustration, I have ace-ace, 3-bet, one player calls, flop 3 diamonds, he goes all in, flop to flush. Why do I play? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Because you love the game, that's why. Including the pain. Thank you. I was 140 kg in my early 20s, have liver issues, stomach issues, I had panic attacks, anxiety, depression. I went a 20-day fast, heal my body, I only eat dinner, which is keto. See, I mean, I'm glad it's been successful for you, but like that exact thing is the exact opposite of what we're trying to do. And that's not to call out your approach, but like that, to me, again, like being through a lot of those experiences, I think it's a limited resource, first of all, from experience, like willpower and controlling your environment through willpower is a limited resource unless you have huge amounts of resources to deploy at it consistently. And then 2, you are just dysregulating your body, right? And that's the problem, I think. In that, like, when you're doing fasting, for example, like there's, and I'm not talking about like one fast where you do like a 24-hour fast or something every couple months. I'm talking about like a intermittent fasting or something like that. Like your body is going through drastic shifts, right? And it makes it, it makes it behaviorally easier to lose weight and keep weight under control, because it's like you're creating a behavioral on-off switch where you don't have to sit in the gray areas. You say everything is no when it's not these times, and when it is these times, it's yes, right? Which makes it more structured and easier to be on top of things. But your body is still hungry, right? Like you're still hungry at 9:30 when you haven't eaten for 4.5 hours, and it's gonna make it so that your sleep is slightly worse and it's more difficult to fall asleep, and your body is going to have less energy than it needs through the night. And when you wake up in the morning until your fast starts, it is suboptimal in that way, right? But behaviorally it's easier. You know, doing all these hacks to like sort of manipulate my behavior allowed me to find success on the metrics that I was solving for, which is a number on a scale and or sort of social acceptance. However, it led to exacerbation of an eating disorder and a lot of interpersonal difficulties, right? Like a lot of difficulties in my life, huge amounts. You know, I would do anything to take it back to it, right? Like it's the biggest mistake I've ever made. But of course I didn't know that at the time, right? I couldn't know that at the time. I could only know that from learning. So, so yeah, like, I definitely look at the weight differently than I did before, right? And what I'm trying to solve for is a combination of one, being effective in the world as to who I want to be, right? From like a physical body sense, and then also in some sort of a social sense. And then two is like a holistic health, right? Like you know, yes, body weight as it's part of the whole picture, but also blood pressure, also mental health, you know, also XYZ things. And so I don't want to solve for one variable at the cost of all the other variables. I would like everything to be trending in a good direction while also enjoying life and being who I want to be, you know? So it's complicated. Philip Razor, it's the old PSR at his poker club, chasing them booties. Good luck, man. Ship it, dude. Maintaining an even somewhat normal diet while grinding live poker is almost impossible. Yeah, it'd definitely be tough with my thing. I think it's possible, but the part I find hardest about the things I've had to learn is the frequency with which you have to eat. It's just so much. Which may sound bizarre, as I understand I'm like a very large man. But the hardest part for me was structurally figuring out how the hell to eat 5 times a day. It's like, dude. So getting to a place where I have breakfast every day took like a long time. But now I have breakfast every day. And then like, you know, today I had a snack. I think I had an orange for snack. And then I had those wraps for lunch. And then I'm going to have dinner soon. And then I'll probably have like a little snack before bed. And that'll be like a great, very successful day, you know? But getting to the point of remembering to eat that many times and then eating in an appropriate portion, it's hard, dude. So hard. So for live poker, that means like taking some snacks, which is, no one does that, you know? Like, of course, having a meal where you're there, because usually that just makes sense to do, but then also having a snack in between the meal, and then, yeah, it's just tough to plan for that stuff, man. Really hard. Super hard. But the really surprising thing for me when I started to increase my frequency of how many times I was eating a day is how much less hungry I was. Like, it was so drastic. Because I think, again, it like working off this internal sort of like body clock working appropriately. It reinforced to the like, you know, animalistic part of my body that more food was coming soon. It got used to like every 3 hours like having some food, and it's like, oh, okay, like I'll just eat less here because I know I'm going to get more in 3 hours. And so it eliminated some of that like panic, you know? Yeah. Oh, eating disorders are really hard, man. They just really are, chat, to be honest. It's food is such a consistent part of life, and it's you don't want to be afraid of it because you have to face it every day, you know? And thankfully, those days are on their way to being behind me, but it just wasn't what I wanted 29 to 33 to be about, you know? I'm all in with a6. Sure. We're down to 8 at the final table here. 47 cashed plus. Oh, that's adding the ticket. So it's 25 plus the $22 ticket. It's adding them together. We've got a chance to win it here, though. We do have a shot at it. Very respectably being so open and honest. I mean, you know, I don't think it's embarrassing, dude, to be honest. You know, I was really afraid of it for a long time, but at the end of the day, like, I think this is something that kind of happened to me, you know? Like, I didn't want this. I didn't plan for this. I made any particular mistakes, you know? I did what I thought was best at the time based on what I knew, and this is what life became. And so I've, like, invested a lot of time and energy into making it better, but I don't think there's anything to be embarrassed about when things aren't going well. It's just, you know, life is hard. Like, a lot of people have a lot of difficulty with a lot of things, and that's just part of being alive. So, but you know, it's challenging because I think, you know, a lot of people, when they hear eating disorder, they assume it has to do with being overweight and overeating. And it doesn't actually have anything to do with that. Like, it's all connected, right? Like, being overweight is part of my dysregulation of food. But, you know, I gained weight after gaining treatment for the eating disorder, which is common to have happen. And, you know, the doctor and the psychologist and the nutritionist, you know, we're all sort of adamant that this is, like, you know, this is a part of the process. The most important part is we're going to try and fix this system. And the way you fix this system, based on all of this research and our PhDs, is this, right? And so we're not going to try and solve for, like, macronutrients or calories as much as, like, I wanted to every week. They're like, no. We're going to listen to our body, right? Like, so it's hard because, like, you know, some people give me crap, you know, like I post on my personal Instagram sometimes. I post, like, little book reviews and movie reviews of stuff I watch, just because that's probably my number one hobby, is consuming art and then trying to think about it and talk about it. And I have a guy that comments on every single video, and he says, you know, pay Bill his $150K back, right? You know, and I have people that comment that I, you know, look terrible all the time and stuff. I find it to be true. Body is what it is, right? And I don't like the idea of saying people are not okay or okay based on their figure or their health, right? I think